Christian, the year 2024 is almost over, and today we are publishing our 9M results. Can you please share your 3 key takeaways?
Yeah, first of all, I'm very pleased with our 9M financial results, and it shows again that we are on the right growth track. But before we go to the financials, I really would like to highlight some divisional highlights because there were some remarkable ones. So first of all, Radar delivers as planned, so we scale up production, especially air defense. And secondly, what I really like to highlight is that all our efforts we did in the last years now start to pay off. So the optronics business is growing and we see increased unit numbers, and this is also then reflected in revenues and margins. And third, also ESTAS, we have a highlight. The first flight of our Pegasus aircraft we delivered now, and this is really a strong delivery of the teams, of the integrated teams of HENSOLDT, of Bombardier and Lufthansa Technik. So this is really a very good quarter. And now coming to financials, order intake still high dynamics, 1.8 billion in orders. And I'm happy that I can announce today that we will raise our guidance for the full year, the book-to-bill of 1.2. Revenues slightly below 1.4 billion, also driven by the radar and by the optronics business, and also an adjusted EBITDA margin slightly better than last year, and half year of ESG now in the books. So we are well on track to deliver our full year guidance.
In recent weeks, reports about peace talks in Ukraine and a possible impact on defense spending have repeatedly put pressure on the HENSOLDT share. What is your view on the defense budgets in Europe and Germany especially?
So let's first talk about the scenario we currently face. So first of all, we have Russia. They have changed to war economy. They put enormous military pressure on the Ukraine. And there are now many talks who state that Russia is able to attack NATO members until 2029, and we should really take this serious. So this is the one side. The other side is that the US, and there is no matter whether Trump or Harris is president, they will refocus their capabilities to the Pacific region. And what is also obvious that the US see this conflict as a European conflict. So the messages are quite clear. Please, the Europeans, the Germans, take care for your own responsibility. And this is what we see at the end of the day. We see it in Germany. We have now the 2% until 2027. With all democratic parties we talk, it's very obvious that the 2% from 2028 will happen. It's just a question of how, not of if. And in the recent weeks, we have also seen that there were discussions that 2% is a minimum. So we will learn after autumn how this will evolve. And at this stage, it's also very important for me to state that also Europe is a significant business for us. It's 25%, 30%, something like that. And also these budgets are growing. So looking at the big countries, UK, France, Spain, they've raised 20% or respectively 40% until 2028. And this will be at the end of the day also reflected in our order books. And so this discussion about defense spending is currently ongoing, but we see still very high pressure on Europe and Germany to take really responsibility. By the way, I also want to highlight we have around 3% of our order backlog is directly exposure to the Ukraine. That means it's an important business, but our growth trajectory of the business is much more related to a very high extent to the re-equipment of German and European forces.
So finally, can you give an update on the integration of ESG and your progress in operational excellence?
Yeah, for sure. So the PMI ESG, we have now passed day 200. And we have integrated now all the key processes. So this is running well. And since 1st of October, the central functions are integrated. They're working integrated. The organization is there. That's very good. Cost synergies are fully implemented in our plans. And we have a clear way forward regarding revenue synergies. So this is really materializing month over month. And we also see it in the results of ESG now per 9M half year that this really is an expectation we wanted to have. Regarding operational excellence, there are many topics ongoing. I was focusing on engineering efficiency and supply robustness and industrialization. And once more, I want to highlight that, especially in the optronics business, we see now that the units really increase, and this pushes our revenues and margins now in the right direction. And with that, I can only say we are on a very good track to deliver on our full year guidance. We are still very good in our short to medium term guidance. And let's see what the Capital Market Day brings beginning of December.
Great. Thank you very much, Christian.
Thank you.